So let me give some context. So this weekend on social media, this lady called Ebony K. Williams, and Ayana Van Zant, they did an interview, and then Ebony asked Ayana a question regarding if she would date a bus driver. So this is her response to
Date
it.
a bus driver. You. Would you date
If he owns the bus, if he owns it, if he owns the bus,
that's a problem. That's a problem. That's a problem because the standards and requisites, and I'm not talking about him laying on his sofa playing video games all day. I'm not talking about that. But the standards and the criteria that we use to measure men is off for who we are as women and who they are in the society. I would date a bus driver if he loved driving the bus, if he was a man of integrity, if he was good to his mama, if he treated me well, I would date a
Okay, so let me hear from the ladies first regarding how she responded. Would you date a bus driver? Is that okay with her response of what she said regarding that, her preference?
I think her response was just a superficial response. I mean, I think she just said what she thought she needed to say. Who said him owning the bus means he actually has a way to make a living?
I think it's just based on where she is in her life and what she feels is her standards for her. So people always, I mean, me personally, you need more than one source of income just to survive nowadays anyway. So that's a hustle that he's doing on top of other things that he's doing, then why not? Like, as long as that person, other underlining things, it shouldn't just be about the pocket. Again, yes, finances are, is important in a relationship, but if you don't have other things besides the money, that holds you in that relationship, then what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, there should be other things that you should care about the person besides just that, I feel. But
Yeah. So something they were talking about on Clubhouse. Do you guys think that blue collar men are not in today?
Not in?
Not in. Are blue collar men not in? Like they prefer an entrepreneur?
No.
No, not necessarily.
No, because
No.
blue collar men are out here doing their damn thing. What you mean?
Exactly.
Well,
see,
I think this is like as to that question. I think this is like the first time like people are like, I don't have to go to college. I don't have to do this. I can do other shit and make money. And no, I don't think that's the case in 2023. No.
See, let me tell you this. Coming from a background of a family that's been in traditional business for 40 plus years, a lot of people don't understand. It's not sexy. There's a lot of grind. There's a lot of hustle. You're not working a 40-hour work week. You're working a 60, 70, 80 plus hour work week. My father, I couldn't count the amount of times that my father worked 18 to 24-hour days when I was growing up. So when people talk about, I want an entrepreneur, I want a self-made man, I want a business owner, this, that, and the third. Well, you also got to realize, are you willing to invest 5 to 7 to 10 years before that business for your man becomes self-sufficient and self-sustaining, where they're past that break-even point where you can now kind of splurge and spend a little bit, but then also realizing that you probably got hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt that need to be paid off anyways. See, at the end of the day, women want two things when it comes to that. It's a man who is self-sufficient and independent, meaning that they're financially good. And then there's the ones like in this video where they also want a man of status. And I always say, status stands for still too arrogant to understand success.
I like that. But this is the thing I don't get. I don't understand why a bunch of people are, in an uproar about this. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she say that's what she want, then that's what she want. Like,
What she want.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and the thing is, like, a lot of guys, I notice we're getting like tight about this, but it's just, they see themselves in the bus driver, and then they're having issues in their own life, so now they're taking it out on her. And then it's just that's just how it works a lot of times in social media. Like, people subscribe to these archetypes, and then if something is said about that archetype which they identify with, they feel some type of way. That's just how it goes. It's crazy.
Yeah, because that's her preference. Because when I listened to it, she didn't knock bus drivers or blue collar workers, so that would have been a little different. Then we can argue that standpoint, but that's her preference. A lot of men have preferences on how they want their women to look or act, and some of us women nowadays have crazy standards at times. They want a man that's 6 feet, 6 inches, 6 figures, and it's a low percentage. I mean, you just have to be realistic, but what sometimes women don't know what it limits them down to, the pool regarding there's not a lot of men making 6 figures. The average penis size is 5 something. Like the height, let's not talk about the most men are short. They're like 5'9". I think 5'10" is the height. So it's just we have to.
You just said that like that, short. Q, stop.
You said what?
That's not short.
He's offended. He's offended.
I know. I wasn't listening. I don't listen to short men. Sorry, Quinn.
You're short, Q. Shut the fuck up. I'm
5'9".
taller than you.
I'm not short. I'm not short for a woman.
You're not 5'9", Q. You're not 5'9", ma'am. No, you're not.
You're 5'9"? Damn.
Yes, I'm 5'9".
No, she's not. I can see over the top of her head, and I'm 5'11". No, she is fucking not.
I will do a measuring tape. No woman lies to be freaking taller. Only women lie about how much they weigh. Men lie about their height. Women don't. Okay. Like I'm not. I wish I was shorter. I wish I was like 5'5", but I'm not. But I'm just saying, like, people have preferences.
This is a tall woman, not cute.
How tall are you, Ashley?
5'10".
We're almost the damn same height. Quinn, be quiet.
No, nigga, she will look over the top of your.
Quinn, you mad because you short. You below 6 feet.
Damn, the shot.
There. Sorry. But I think that some people were talking about her standards are unrealistic. I mean, she is. I think they said she was a lawyer. She's a lawyer and she does all this. And I mean, they are kind of right because, she is older. What she's looking for is like a low percentage. But if she's hanging around certain people, she might encounter them. But do you guys think that women's expectations and standards of today are unrealistic?
Yeah, but who cares? Like, why can't you just let women have unrealistic expectations and then let them deal with whatever happens based off those expectations? Like, I don't see this thing where like people really need to be like, well, you're not gonna do, like, let her fall if that's what's gonna happen. Like, I don't understand like why people are stopping people from having their unrealistic expectations. Just live your life, do what you got to do to get what you need to get. But why is it like a concern where this went viral to where like you would have thought she was specifically speaking to every dude or every woman she was speaking for every woman? It's like, it's weird. That shit is weird to me.
But he's not wrong.
But if everybody in her social circle, and the men that she's used to dating are well-to-do entrepreneurs, and she just doesn't date a guy that drives a truck or a bus. Like, why does everybody, and I agree with you, but why does everybody look down upon it? Like, why does everybody frown upon it? Is it because, like, a lot of people see themselves in that truck?
No, it's because people like to spin shit all the time. That's what people do. People love spinning shit all the time. That's why when you see certain little clips on IG and Facebook and the Island said it perfect. You didn't see the whole clip. You just saw her saying, no, unless you own the bus. And then, the way that she said it, you know what I mean? But that's the thing. She didn't put down bus drivers or blue collar workers, this, that, and the third. So people like to take shit that they say in media and just create their own narrative. Yeah. I mean, we do that all the time, and guys and girls and dating and this, that, and the third. But then again, also let's be honest. People don't really got shit going on for themselves in their lives anyway, so they're gonna focus on shit like this all the time.
Right.
But something you said, look, Carter, why does it matter? I think it sometimes does matter because a lot of people listen to social media. A lot of people listen to music. A lot of people listen to these influencers and think they can be Nick Cannon and the City Girls and move like they move, but they can't. You're not making P. Diddy money, men. And women, you're not, what's that? I don't know that girl's name, but it's like, yeah. I mean, what the narratives that they push out on social media, that can't be everybody's reality. And I think that Clubhouse, YouTube, like these narratives, I need a man that's this, and this. Girl, do you know the percentage of men that are that? Like, so I think that if we talk about it and how it can be an issue, because what's really, really out there, like, they said she's 40. Damn, she looks pretty good for 40. And I'm like, no, Jason, it's not this type of panel.
There
But
are,
Cario's saying just let them realize it on their own, because that's the only way they're actually going to learn. I think that's what I understand what he's saying, and I think that's partially true. It's like you can put out warnings all day long, like, girl, you're not getting that man. Whatever you think you're set out to get, you're not going to get that one. But she won't learn unless she goes through the process herself.
She been through it. She 40. How, like,
I think the biggest thing is don't complain about it. I mean, you want what you want, but don't complain at the end.
Right.
but it can also be a success story. Like, it's not always bad. Like, maybe she's always dated boss dudes and she's like, I'm not dating this type of guy. Like, it may not be in everybody's like realm as to what they see on a daily basis, even on social media. But like, I have girlfriends and they date amazing men, and I don't know where they meet them, but it's just, they meet these great guys. Some of them have moved on to get married. Some of them moved on and found other great guys. You know, I've met great guys, and it's just, and yeah, I've met some fuck boys too, but I don't particularly like attract those guys often because I don't allow myself to, like, they don't come to me.
I don't think men, we don't have a problem with it. Like, you can want what you want. We generally do not care. It's just that don't complain on the back end. That's all we would. Don't complain. Don't come crying to us now that you can't find what you were looking for.